Hello everyone, I'm Umehani and welcome to the third part of the series Lockdown, a Pleasure or Pain. So today's topic is how to make work from home work for you. The reason why I selected this topic is because I do understand that the concept of work from home is the new normal for us and we have been thrown into it without any knowledge. Therefore, I have a person who is highly knowledgeable and experienced into this field. Her name is Rinku Narain. Rinku is a person who comes with a very diverse background of both business and corporate. Rinku started her career at a very young age by helping her mom out in their clothing and jewelry boutique for nearly 7 years. This gave her an opportunity to understand customer service and personal styling. Post which she worked with big technology giants such as HP, IBM and Dell for nearly 15 years. Out of these 15 years, she spent 6 years working from home. This was the time where she had to manage both her office work, her household work and her 2 young children. This also gave her an opportunity to understand both the advantages and disadvantages of working from home. Rinku is also PMP certified. She is a budding image consultant and an aspiring soft skill trainer. Rinku is also into a lot of social and charitable causes. So Rinku, are you there with us today?
Thank you so much, Honey, for having me over on your show. It's honestly a privilege and an honor to be on your show because I know in the short time that you've been on YouTube, your channel has gained immense popularity and there is so much of good and meaningful stuff that you keep putting out week after week. So I'm very happy that I'm here on your show.
Thank you so much, Rinku, for coming into my channel. I must say that I am honored and privileged to have you in my show because I do know the fact that you are extremely busy these days with a lot of trainings that are taking place. So, you have actually taken out time from your busy schedule to just be here, address my audience. So thank you so much. One of the biggest reasons why I really wanted you to come into the show is because you have an experience of 6 years when it comes to work from home. And now we people are working from home. This is something which is very new for us. And we can't even work for 6 months. So you have done for 6 years. That's like, wow. So how did you manage to do?
Let me tell you, Honey, it wasn't a breeze. It just wasn't easy. In fact, when I started working from home, there were just a handful of people, maybe very few people, not handful, but very few people who were given this opportunity as a privilege to work from home. And the challenges were different. Today, of course, everyone is working from home. Children are studying from home. So the challenges are even more. And what really worked for me is the fact that, I realized that planning is very important. You can't get into something like work from home for longer periods of time without proper planning. You need to plan your day, you need to plan your week, you really need to plan every schedule which is there. You really cannot work, very impulsively in the sense that, you wake up late and then everything starts off late. You really have to start your day as if you were going to the office or as if you were going to school or your college. And that's very, very important. Without planning, if you get into something like, work from home, you're going to burn out. You're not going to be productive. You're not going to be efficient. And then, you're going to be flustered and frustrated. So I would say planning is the key. Whether you're planning how to set up your home office, extremely important. Planning your meals, planning your grocery shopping, planning your tasks through the day, which also includes, your personal tasks. So planning is the key. And I would say that please spend some time. If you've not spent time in planning, then get some time out and plan. And only then you'll be able to do this successfully, for a longer period of time.
True. So I do understand that planning is the key. But you know what the biggest challenge with all of us right now, Rinku, is there's a lot in our platter, I would say. We have to manage with our office work, then we have to manage with our household work and kids at the same time. And you are a mother of two, so I'm sure you very well know how difficult it is to manage all of this together. So, how did you manage with all of this?
Ah, it is indeed very, very, difficult, honey. I know people are, literally working. People haven't got back their house helps. People are like, doubling and tripling the roles that, they were earlier doing. So I think what worked for me is the moment lockdown began, like literally day one of lockdown. The first thing I did was that, to call my entire family into a meeting, and I delegated tasks because I knew that it's not physically possible for me to do everything by myself. Especially because in the last few years we've all been very dependent on support staff and house helps. We are not in the space to do everything, and we also don't have the luxury of that much time to do everything. So the first thing that I did was to delegate. So right from my 6-year-old son to my 70-year-old mother, we all had tasks to do. For example, my husband, he was assigned to vacuum and to mop, so he actually woke up much earlier in the day, finished all of this, and then started his office work. So likewise for the children, they were given their tasks, and they were supposed to figure out ways and means of completing their tasks on time. So I think delegation really worked for me. So, the pressure to do everything was not on me. And of course, we were tired at the end of the day, but we got it done, so delegation really helps.
I just love what you said about delegation and even dividing the work amongst ourselves, which is very, very important because we generally do not assign tasks to kids, right? And assigning tasks to kids at this point of time makes them more, efficient when they grow up, right? Is what I personally
absolutely.
feel. So my next
Absolutely.
question now, Rinku, is a little personal, but I really want to, know this out of curiosity, because when all of us are gaining weight during the lockdown, you are this one person who managed to shed nearly 10 kgs of weight. How did you actually do this?
Thank you so much, Honey, for asking me that question, because honestly, it's a personal achievement for me and I love talking about it. So there are two things, one I've already spoken about, which is delegation. So having the whole family pitch in, basically just got our physical activity up, right? So we were all on our toes. Um, you know, Also having children do your work is something which I found, this was the COVID-19 situation was a great opportunity to teach my kids some life skills, right? Which otherwise it wasn't possible because they had their own busy schedules. So what COVID-19 did is that, there was enough time for me to teach my kids some basic cooking, some wardrobe management, things like my 6-year-old, knows how to load the dishwasher and, clear the dishwasher. It also, gives them a sense of some kind of achievement that, they are also helping in and they're pitching into the family. So I think, as parents, use this opportunity to teach your children this, some basic life skills that you think will be necessary for them. The second thing is lifestyle change. So about 2 years ago, my whole family and we moved to a whole plant-based diet. And while I personally did not see, weight loss in the first 2 years, what it really did for me was it gave me a burst of energy. And that allowed me to do a lot of things which I was not able to do earlier, a lot of physical activities which I was not able to do earlier. And because we were already eating very less, it was very limited, the whole eating out, even before the COVID-19 situation happened, we barely ate out. So by the time lockdown really happened, we weren't like craving for outside food and things like that. I was already cooking a lot of things at home. So that really helped, not eating out helped. And the third thing is, I'm somebody who never liked going to a gym and working out in the gym. I'm sure a lot of your viewers here can relate to it. So what I did was I hired a personal trainer just when the lockdown happened, and we were training online, right? So I was very comfortable working out in my own space, in my own home. And we all know today it's not very expensive to, have some basic equipment which you can use to work out at home. So I think, lifestyle, the fact that we were already eating, not eating out, and physical activity, and of course, we were also on our toes doing a lot of physical work. I think all of that put together has helped me lose that weight. The journey is of course on. It's just my first milestone. I still have a few other milestones to reach, but I'm confident that I will be able to make it.
I think your story is, trust me, very, very inspiring, because one thing that all of us have been doing during this lockdown is giving excuses that there's not much of physical activities that we can have because it's a lockdown, we're not allowed to go out, we cannot hit the gym. So all that you have done is just amazing, especially, going virtual with a gym trainer is something very, very innovative. But there's one myth that has been revolving around this work from home concept, and that is a person doing work from home is generally very relaxed and has a lot of time. So therefore, this person can take up a lot of projects and a lot of work. So what is
Yeah.
your opinion, on this particular myth?
Very, very good question, Honey. In fact, in a country like India, where work from home is relatively new, at least for large population, where everybody's working from home right now. It's not like the US or Europe, where it's a mature market. So it is a new concept, and it has been there is a myth that working from home means working for home. And in the current situation, maybe it is true to some extent, right? Because the boundaries of home and office are so blurred. One doesn't realize, are you working for your house or are you working for the office? So it is there, but what really is necessary is that if you feel that you're being overburdened, or you're being given too many tasks, and the first thing that you really need to do is sit down with your manager or your boss and set expectations. It is very important, and not keep taking tasks over tasks and feeling overburdened and overwhelmed and frustrated, right? If you're leading a team, then you need to set expectations with your team as what is expected of you. You also need to set expectations with your family, because if you're at home all day, your family may just assume that this person is just sitting in front of the computer. What is that person doing? So it's very important to, that's why I said planning and scheduling. In my earlier point, planning and scheduling is important, and setting those expectations with your family is equally important. And another thing that I'd like to add, especially for people who lead teams, is that you probably need to be a little empathetic and understand. Also, reach out to your teams and understand if they need help. Right? The what I want to really emphasize here is that if there is a problem, speak and communicate about it right away, rather than waiting for it to become bigger and snowball into a bigger issue. Try and nip that in the bud. I think expectation setting is also very, very important at this point of time.
I just loved every bit of your words, because this is going to help a lot of us, because we generally think that expectation is set with our teams, but you even spoke about expectations with family. And this is just amazing, because I'm sure it's going to help a lot of us out here. Now, Rinku, you come with 6 years of work from home experience, and that's like a lot. And I really want to know from you, are there any tips and tricks that you would like to share with me and my audience?
Oh yeah, I would love to share a lot. But what I'll do is, I think I have my home office video, which I created for your viewers. Maybe we can, go through that video, and I'm sure all your questions will be answered there. First, identify a space to set up your work desk. Ensure there's natural light And if you don't have access to natural light, then please ensure that your room or your workspace is well lit up with artificial light. Maybe having a table lamp can also help. And most importantly, have your workspace free of clutter. Invest in a UPS that you can connect to your modem. This will ensure uninterrupted connectivity, especially important when you're on office calls or on online classes. Invest in a good surge protector. It will really help all your electronic devices from sudden power surges. You may want to look at buying a desk extender or an external monitor. This will ensure that you don't have to constantly look at your small laptop screen and cause any neck injuries. Here, I've used my kitchen rack to mount my external monitor, and this is really a good investment. Invest in a good ergonomic chair that supports your back well. It's very important that your both upper back and your lower back are well supported. A good headset with an external microphone may be a good choice. This really helps you with clearer audio and very helpful when you're on really long calls or long online classes. A printer scanner may be a good addition, especially if you have kids. With all their homework coming home, having access to a printer is very important and time saving. Having plants or flowers on your work desk or around your workspace really helps. It helps you in focusing and just cheers you up. Here are a few more things that you can keep in mind. 1. Maintain a routine. Get dressed every day just the way you would when going to office or school. 2. Keep a bottle of water on your desk and sip often. This will keep you hydrated. 3. Try and get some exercise and meditation for about 30 to 45 minutes every day. 4. Get up every 45 minutes and stretch. 5. Make sure you call your colleagues, family, or friends so that you don't feel very lonely. 6. Ensure you dress up in colors which contrast your background. 7. Look at the camera when you speak to a virtual audience so that they feel that you're directly speaking to them. Finally, please remember that all of this is an investment and not an expenditure. An investment to help you being more productive and efficient.
Thank you so much for actually making that video for all of us. And, it was just amazing. I'm just speechless at the moment.
Thank you so much, Honey. Just another small piece of something that I really want to share, which I have experienced in addition to what I shared in the video, is for everybody, including myself, I keep reminding myself of this on a daily basis, is about taking every day that the way it comes. We often strive to be perfect, but I have realized that there is nothing called as perfection. Perfection is a myth. What we really need to do is be our best, or work to do our best for that day, especially in this current very challenging times where we can very easily get overwhelmed and feel that we've not done enough, we haven't done our best. I think it's very important to take it slowly, take it the way it comes, and it's okay. It's okay. Yesterday you were able to do everything perfectly. You got all your meetings done. Your house was spick and span. Your children were put in bed on time. You cooked an awesome meal. But today, you probably woke up with a headache. You probably didn't get enough sleep, and you're not able to do all of that. And it is okay. Right? So my whole point is that there is no perfection. So, all we need to do is just do our best as much as we can for that moment or for that day.
Very rightly said, Rinku. I'm also a true believer of this saying that perfection is just a myth. No one in this world can be perfect. So this is one of the reasons why I think a lot of our viewers might still have doubts regarding the work from home concept, because it is a new normal for all of us. We've been exposed to this all of a sudden. And I do know the fact that you have been training a lot of people on this particular concept, and you are like a pro in this. because honestly, I have seen a lot of people who have attended your trainings or have seen your videos which you put online related to work from home. After learning it from you, they have made videos and they have put it up on social medias. Even though, you know, your video was just crystal clear, I'm sure a lot of people will still have doubts. So, would you mind me sharing your social media handles with the people or with my viewers so that they can get in touch with you if in case they have further doubts?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Please feel free to share. I'll be very happy to help anyone with any kind of questions, and please go ahead and share that.
Thank you so much, Rinku. You've been really, really kind in sharing your details. And I must tell the audience that Rinku takes amazing sessions on work from home related topics. So if any of you want to get in touch with her, then you can look in the description box. I have shared the details of Rinku, and I must say that video which you made for my viewers was just beautiful. You took like a beautiful show round for all of us about your work from home setup. Thank you so much for removing time and coming, in our show today. Thank you so much once again, Rinku.
Thank you, Honey. Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed talking to you and sharing my experience with you. And I really hope that my experience will help, your viewers and, will make a difference to them. So thank you so much.
And for all of you viewers, if you liked my video, then do not forget to subscribe to the channel right now. And while you are subscribing to the channel, do not forget to click on the bell icon. This will help you receive instant notifications every time my video is released. Please be kind enough to share my video with others so that they can develop themselves during these difficult times. Also, if there is any topic that you would like me to address, then just put it down in the comment section and I would love to address it. I want you to stay tuned with me because I'm going to come up with more informative videos related to the topic lockdown, a pleasure or pain, and I'm going to have a lot of guests who are going to come up and share their experience and knowledge with all of us. Until then, stay at home, stay safe, use hand sanitizer and maintain social distancing. Take care. Bye-bye.